All right, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. All right, we're going to do the weekly energy check-in and what Spirit wants you to know for the sign of Aries for the first week of June 2026. So this will be for the period of May 31st through June 6th, 2026 for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. All right, so as always, take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Not every reading will resonate, and it might not resonate 100%, and that is okay. Just, make sure to check your other placements as well. Okay. All right, so we're going to get one oracle and then go into tarot here. Okay, so Spirit, what is Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what is the energy for Aries and Aries placements for this first week of June 2026? With one card, please. We'll get one card. Okay, so we have communication. Okay, approaching, voicemail, awaiting text. Okay. All right, so someone's going to be possibly communicating with you, or you might be communicating with someone else. So let's find out what this is about here. All right, Spirit, what does what do the signs of Aries and Aries placements, what do they need to know about this week? What do they need to know this week? I might be doing this a little different here. Okay, wow, straight out the gate here, we've got the Eight of Wands, which is communication. All right, we do have the Eight of Cups as well. So it could be someone that you walked away from, someone that walked away from you. Okay. We have the Eight of Pentacles that came out in reverse. So it could be someone that maybe you thought didn't want to work on things with you. It could be someone that you don't really want to work things out with as well. All right. But nevertheless, I feel that whoever, if there is someone, whether it's you or this other person who, deep down does want to work on things together, there could be a lot of hopeful energy for the future. It's possible that this could be a very healing conversation here between the two of you. Okay. There could be confusion, and there could be different options that have been presented in this connection with whoever this person is. This person could have made you feel like an option. Okay. But this person, there could have been a lot of confusion, like I said, and disillusionment. So I feel like this conversation could be something where that's cleared up. Okay. And we do have the Page of Wands as well. So I feel like this communication is going to be potentially kind of testing the waters, where it's lighthearted, it's flirty, it's hopefully not making light of whatever the situation was, but something to see what your reaction is before the conversation progresses. Okay. So like I said, this could be someone that, maybe didn't want to work on things with you in the past. Maybe it's someone that, both parties, just gave up on and didn't really want to work on things. But this is a chance that Spirit is saying with the Star that can be very healing for both parties involved. Okay. On the bottom of the deck right now, we've got the Knight of Swords. So, I mean, this person could be coming in pretty quickly as far as like impulsively, and they really like want to talk and want to, maybe give you some information here. But and it could be an air sign as well that you're dealing with the Knight of Swords. But the only problem that I have personally with when I do read cards for the Knight of Swords is, this can be an impulsive energy. It can be kind of erratic, and although it is providing some kind of information to you, and they want to talk, but this energy can kind of be where they speak before they really think about it. So it can be detrimental to this person in the end. because they're not really grounded when they're coming forward. And so just be aware that that might be the way this energy presents itself. Okay. Like I said, it could be an air sign or someone with air in their chart that's coming toward you. We also have fire, water, and earth. So we've got all signs here. And then additionally, we've got Aquarius. Okay. All right. What's the challenge in this situation for the collective, or for Aries and Aries placements, I should say, Spirit? Okay. All right. Yeah. Ace of Swords. So it's that clarity here. That's going to be the challenge. Gaining whatever clarity. I feel that um, it is possible that this person might not have been truthful in the past. This person might have held things back from you. And so the challenge is being seen as the Ace of Swords, because you all possibly want clarity, need clarity, even if you're telling yourself you don't want or need it, you don't need the closure. I feel like Spirit is saying on a soul level that this is something that your soul actually needs to be able to move on, if that's something that you decide to do and not reconcile with this person, which I'm feeling for potentially at least some of you out there. You do not want to reconcile with whoever this is. We do have the King of Pentacles that came out as well. So this could be some, and this, male or female does not matter the gender. Okay. We all have masculine and feminine energies in all of us. But this person could be in the King of Pentacles energy, where, it could be someone that you were married to. It could be someone you were in a long-term connection with. Um, you might presently be in this connection, and just pulled away your energy. But for a lot of you, I feel like you're at least separated, or possibly, divorced or whatever from this person. But this person could be a business owner. They could be a parent. So you might have a child with this person. Could be that this person is high up in their career, or that's their goal. This person does like to be a provider of stability and security. Okay. So, not just for themselves, but for their family as well, their loved ones. But sometimes this person in this energy can be overly concerned with money, finances, material wealth, especially if it's, in terms of providing that stability and security. Okay. So this person, like I said, could be in that energy. And maybe they prioritize their work over you and over family, things like that. Okay. So let's see here. We also have the Strength card. So it is possible that you or this person are trying to gain the strength. I do feel that it's actually more in this person's energy. They are struggling with that sense of inner strength, because they've held things back from you. And I feel like they really do want to present this information to you, but I feel they're nervous about this. And so they're trying to gain that confidence and that inner strength here, because I do feel that, they have been kind of in this depressed energy, where they're feeling like things with you have become a missed opportunity. Okay, now you might have felt the same way, but I feel like this person is definitely in that energy. And with death and rebirth being here on the bottom, there most likely was an ending between the two of you, but there is the potential for transformation if that's something that both parties are interested in. Okay, because once things end, a cycle ends, things end. It is involved with lessons and growth individually. And so if both parties have grown and transformed themselves, it is possible that this connection can transform in a healthy way as well. So that just has to occur if both parties are interested in that, and that, this clarity and truth comes out and it leads to a positive outcome. Okay. All right. What should I want to say the collective, what should the collective, as far as Aries and Aries placements, what should they focus on this week, Spirit? What should their focus area be this week? What should their focus area be? All right, so we've got the moon. So I feel like focus on, the things that have been hidden that you intuitively feel need to come out into the open. I do feel like a lot of you intuitively have ideas about what this truth and clarity could be, and that might be why you chose to walk away, if you were the one that did walk away from this person. But definitely focus on what needs to be uncovered here. Okay, I'm also feeling that if you have any deep-seated fears regarding this person or having this conversation or anything like that, that spirit wants you to try to address that as well. Okay, we do have the tower that came out, so just be prepared that this might be a shocking um, thing that this person comes back your way. The information that comes out could be shocking, and just be prepared for that if and when you have this conversation. Okay, it could also be something that changes the dynamic in this connection. So it could change it and transform it, like I was saying just a moment ago. It could also be that this changes your life in one way or another. Okay, but spirit does want you to focus as well on making sure that things are balanced for you. Okay, and that even though you might have fears about this conversation, fears about knowing the truth, fears about maybe confronting this person again and demanding the truth from them, is what I'm hearing. And even though it is going to bring a tower, it might be stressful, it might be an unpleasant thing. Um, that sometimes towers are unavoidable, okay, in life, and that with temperance, this is something that's meant to bring balance, and it's meant to bring more peace into your life. Okay, anything else, spirit, as far as what what they should focus on this week? Anything else? What do we have here? Okay, so we have the 10 of Pentacles. So like I said, whether you have a family with this person or not, whether you were married or are married, or what your situation is with this person, focus on your family, focus on what you have going on at home. Okay, so if you have a home, focus more on that. If you have children, focus on them. If you have family members like parents or grandchildren, or nieces, nephews, whoever is needing your time, spirit wants you to focus more on them. Okay, it could also be focusing on finances as well with the 10 of Pentacles. And also focus on taking the time that you need to get a new perspective in both life and in this situation. Okay, with the Hanged Man. All right, on the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Swords. So with the 5 of Swords, I do feel like, there could be influences that are kind of talking in your ear, giving you advice. If that is the case, I do feel like spirit wants you to, try to take that with a grain of salt and still make up your own mind, and use your intuition as much as possible. Okay. Spirit is also saying that there could be some sort of manipulation here involved if when this person comes in. So make sure to watch for red flags, and demand the answers that you need. Okay, because whether there is potentially manipulation involved where this person really wants to win at all cost in this situation, or not, I feel like that could have been what this person's goal was in the past. So make sure that if that is, what you resonate with, that this person, isn't able to do that, you know, in this situation. Yeah. I was going to say, I mean, it is possible that, they're just trying to beat out the competition, but the card underneath it is the devil. So I do feel like there could be some devil energy involved here. And, you could have the devil energy that could be involved. It could be fears. Okay, like I was mentioning with the moon. So you might have some fears regarding this person. Like I said, you might not even like, sometimes we want to know information, sometimes we just don't, because we just have a bad feeling about it. We're nervous about it. It could be our worst, case scenario or something like that. So you could have fears involved with this. All right. But for some of you out there, if you resonate with this person, potentially have being in this, devil energy in the past, where maybe they were manipulative, or they were trying to do whatever they could to get what they wanted out of this situation, then that, is something that spirit does want you to just remember as well. Okay, take that into account. Okay. All right. So as far as signs, we have fire, we've got air, earth, and water. We've got all signs present. Additionally, we've got Aquarius, we have Leo, we have Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Pisces again, and Capricorn. All right. All right, Aries. Well, I hope that this reading helped for this week. I hope it gave you some clarity and some insight of what to expect. And if you feel like it did resonate, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. And until next time, take care and namaste.